Since its introduction in the early 2000s, the Bentley Continental GT has been a runaway success and, following a few facelifts during the intervening years, this new version successfully reinvigorates the coupe's appeal with a raft of changes that catapult it to the top of the class. The latest model's styling grabs the eye, while the fabulously luxurious and lavishly equipped interior feels a cut above anything else you can buy for the money. Throw in a thoroughly reworked driving experience that, courtesy of a new chassis shared with the Porsche Panamera, brings a thrilling level of responsiveness, plus Bentley's muscular 6.0-liter W12 engine, and the recipe for the world's greatest GT car is complete. The luxury Grand Touring coupe market has always offered an array of drool-worthy exotics, and the latest Bentley Continental GT arrives in a marketplace with some formidable rivals. A 4-seat cabin and £150k plus price point throw the Conti GT into battle with the Aston Martin DB11 coupe, the £50,000 more expensive Ferrari GTC4 Lusso, the Mercedes-AMG GT and S-Class coupes, the Maserati Gran Turismo and Porsche 911. It's a critical model for Bentley, and follows in the footsteps of a predecessor that earned unprecedented sales success for the marque. It was the first model developed under VW Group ownership when Bentley split from Rolls-Royce in 1998, and it brought the Bentley brand to the attention of a new breed of customer far removed from the traditional English gent who had previously typified Bentley owners. The first-generation Continental GT arrived in 2003, and a revised version arrived in 2011. That makes this the third-generation Continental GT, and it's a step change in technology and driving performance from its predecessors. First-generation cars were based around a VW Phaeton platform, with a four-wheel drive system and turbocharged version of that car's W12 engine. Now, however, the new version sits on a platform shared with the Porsche Panamera, with Bentley engineers helping to specify the platform spec from the start. The Continental GT is currently only available with a new 6.0 W12 engine that's a further development of the unit launched in the Bentayga, and an 8-speed automated dual-clutch gearbox. However, the new Continental GT lineup will be bolstered by V8 options and a plug-in hybrid model in the future. There's also a Continental GTC Cabriolet scheduled for release in 2018, and Bentley has already revealed its 2018 Continental GT3 racing car, which is expected to herald the arrival of a road-going GT3 variant in due course. Engines, performance, and drive. New chassis tech combined with blistering performance make the Continental GT a thrilling driver's car. Like its predecessors, the Bentley Continental GT is available only with four-wheel drive, but its relationship with the Porsche Panamera has brought an entirely new driving experience to the model. It's still blisteringly quick, of course, and offers a remarkable level of grip for such a large, heavy vehicle, but significantly more advanced suspension mean the model offers both a more comfortable and refined ride, as well as more engaging handling for enthusiastic drivers. The W12 engine is set further back in the chassis to improve the handling balance, but the big advance is new double wishbone suspension at the front and a multi-link rear end damped by an advanced air suspension system with an active electronic anti-roll setup also seen on the Bentayga. Huge 420mm front and 380mm rear brake discs claimed to be the largest on any production car provide stopping power. The torque split of the four-wheel drive system has also been rethought for the new Conti GT. In comfort mode, up to 38% can be directed to the front wheels, providing the reassuring stability and security you'd expect from a four-wheel drive car. The more sporting Bentley drive mode provides a middle ground with more torque directed to the rear plus a dash of extra damping control and more urgent throttle and gearbox responses. Select sport mode and around 85% of the engine's torque is directed to the rear wheels, while the suspension, engine, gearbox mapping and exhaust note are dialed up for maximum thrills. On the road, the comfort setting provides a pillowy ride that improves on its already impressive predecessor, but the Bentley drive mode delivers a superb combination of comfort and body control that allows you to devour tarmac in total relaxation. Selecting sport mode brings a thrilling added dimension of vitality and dynamism, and means you can throw the car around in a way that belies its considerable size. The newfound precision from both the steering and the chassis, plus the prodigious performance, provide an intoxicating mix of agility and fun. Engines. The new W12 engine shares its configuration with the original Continental GT but is a development of the new unit first launched in the Bentayga SUV. Key features include high-pressure direct injection alongside traditional port injection that allows the car to select its fueling method to optimize efficiency, along with cylinder deactivation. The power and torque figures are phenomenal, at 626 bhp and 900 Nm, which combined with the 8-speed dual-clutch gearbox, the same Porsche PDK unit in the Cayenne, and launch control will rocket the Continental GT to 60 miles per hour in an eye-watering 3.6 seconds. Top speed is an equally startling 207 miles per hour. MPG, CO2 and running costs. Expensive to buy, expensive to run and potentially expensive to sell, but what did you expect? If you want to run a car with a 626 bhp 12-cylinder engine under its bonnet, any interest in fuel economy is likely to center only around the driving range on a full tank. The new Continental GT's fuel tank will swallow 20 gallons of premium unleaded, which at the officially measured 23.2 mpg combined would allow you to travel more than 450 miles between fills. Real-world consumption in the mid-teens seems more plausible, however, which should make 350 miles between fill UPS a reasonable proposition if you are able to rein in your right foot. At this phase the W12 is the only engine option, and with CO2 emissions of 278 g/km saving the environment isn't going to be at the top of buyers' objectives. There's a hybrid model promised which should answer questions on that score, but meanwhile company car drivers will be looking at a top rate 37% benefit in-kind bracket and an associated annual tax bill that's knocking on the door of £25,000 assuming users are in the highest additional rate income tax band. It's not just at the fuel pumps where the Continental GT can make significant inroads into your personal wealth, of course. While the £150,000 plus entry price isn't much more than the previous model, there are a wealth of customization options and bespoke upgrade possibilities that mean you can spend a lot more creating your perfect specification. Maintenance won't be cheap either, as aside from the high cost of servicing you'll need to budget for expensive consumables like tires and brake pads. Insurance groups. You'll pay dearly to insure a Continental GT as its staggering performance, price, and rarity places it in the top Group 50 insurance rating. Repair costs will also be sky high, which also contributes to high premiums. Depreciation. The significant tech upgrades, better looks and enthusiast driving credentials of the new car are impressive, but when it comes to depreciation expensive and exclusive luxury models like this will still likely lose a lot over the first 3 years, so if you're buying outright be prepared to lose a lot of cash as the first owner. That said, there aren't many around at the moment, so exclusivity should keep values high. Longer term the models, relatively, high predicted sales volumes and significant cost of ownership are likely to count against it. Latest deals from Buyakar. Bentley Continental GT Speed Coupe. £73,000. Or £931 per month. Bentley Continental GT V8 2-door. £77,000. Or £1,136 per month. Bentley Continental GT Speed 2D. £70,000. Or £873 per month. Bentley Continental GT Mulliner. £73,000. Or £942 per month. See all deals on Bentley Continental GT. Representative example, representative APR of 7.9% borrowing £10,509 over 48 months on HP-type finance, the amount payable would be £250 a month, with a total cost of credit of £1,483 and a total amount payable of £11,992. Dennis Buyakar Ltd, 31-32 Alfred Place, London, WC1E7DP, GB09151058, is a credit broker regulated by FCA, FRN 667368. Interior, design, and technology. Cutting-edge tech and contemporary style mean the new Continental GT gives nothing away to rivals. While you might have missed the Continental GT's second-generation updates, this third-generation model boasts a dynamic new style that makes it much more eye-catching. Starting with the front end, the traditional Bentley grille has been stretched across the nose, the LED headlamps given a more contemporary style with a crystal effect, and the intakes below the grille are sleeker. The front and rear overhangs are shorter than before, and the wheelbase is a little longer, which has enabled a lower, sleeker bonnet line. The rear haunches are muscular, but there's an elegant tapered feel to the back end that's very different to the bulky boot of the previous generation, befitting of this new GT. The interior is a real treat too, with a fascia design inspired by the wings of the Bentley badge. The dashboard wings sweep out from the central console housing the major controls and the large touchscreen, and continue into the door trims, circling the occupants with a ring of wood and leather. There's a vast range of luxuriant leather and veneer finishes, too. As you'd expect, there's a wealth of new tech built into the latest Continental GT, and it's all shared with the other luxury models that share this platform. As well as the formidable chassis tech, there's an array of bang-up-to-date infotainment and safety systems that are a match for anything else on sale, which is not something that could be said with any conviction about the aging previous generation Continental models. Sat-NAV, stereo and infotainment. One of the highlights of the Bentley's cabin is a 12.3-inch touchscreen infotainment system. It's permanently on display in standard spec, but the rotating display option means it's hidden behind the wood veneer dash when the engine is switched off, and only swivels into view when you fire the car up. If you want a more classic feel, you can rotate it again to reveal a third face, which is a veneer panel housing 3 analog instruments: chronograph, compass, and temperature gauge. When hidden, the navigation mapping can be shown on the digital screen between the instruments in front of the driver, making the rotating display a neat option. The infotainment system comes packed with features including Apple CarPlay and a range of apps, while a head-up display system is optional too. As standard, you get a 650-watt sound system with 10 speakers, but you can upgrade to a 1,500-watt Bang & Olufsen setup with 16 speakers, or really push the boat out on a 2,200-watt, 18-speaker NIM system. Practicality, comfort, and boot space. Supreme luxury, room for 4 passengers and plenty of boot space make this a practical GT. There'll be no complaints from front seat passengers ensconced in the Bentley's beautifully tailored and supportive standard seats, but to be on the safe side, you can order a comfort seat package with an incredible level of adjustability and the added benefit of massage and ventilation functions. At night time, the optional mood lighting package offers a choice of 14 different colors. With the new chassis offering even better control from its air suspension and little in the way of intrusive road or engine noise, it's hard to imagine anyone not enjoying a journey in the Continental GT unless you've switched to sport mode, of course, when the exhaust note becomes more apparent. With the latest driver aids, ranging from active cruise control to top view and night vision cameras, the new Bentley offers plenty of tech to improve the ownership experience. Size. Despite its sleek new looks, the new model is a little longer and wider than its predecessor, at 4,850 mm nose to tail and 1,966 mm across with its mirrors folded. The MKII came in at 4,806 mm x 1,943 mm. The newcomer's 2,851 mm wheelbase is roughly 100 mm longer than the older car's too. Legroom, headroom and passenger space. While the front seats offer occupants the height of luxury, things are not quite so rosy in the rear. Despite the longer wheelbase, that tapered rear roofline ensures both leg and headroom aren't exactly ideal for taller passengers, but this is to be expected given it's marketed as a 2+2 GT with plenty of sporting intent. Boot. Pop open the remotely controlled hands-free boot lid, and the latest Continental GT offers a total of 358 liters in its boot, helping to cement its genuine Grand Touring credentials. Reliability and safety. Rigorous development and top-notch technology should reassure buyers. You only need to spend a few minutes with a Bentley Continental GT to appreciate how well it's built. Inside and out, the fit and finish is exemplary, a fact which reflects the depth of engineering and development Bentley, with the help its VW Group partners, has thrown at this car. The W12 engine builds on years of experience with this unique configuration. The advanced electronic tech is new to the Continental GT, but the fact that it's been engineered and shared across all the luxury brands in the VW Group should provide reassurance that any gremlins will have been caught. Euro NCAP are unlikely ever to independently crash test exotics like the Continental GT, although they recently crashed a new Porsche Cayenne for the first time. It shares the Continental's platform and performed extremely well, earning 5 stars, so with similar underpinnings and safety systems, we'd expect a similar level of safety from the Bentley. There are certainly plenty of driver safety aids included in the new Continental GT's spec. The roster includes lane assist and blind spot assist, traffic sign recognition, adaptive cruise control with autonomous braking, pedestrian recognition and a night vision camera. Warranty. You get 3 years of unlimited mileage warranty cover with every new Bentley, including European-wide breakdown assistance. Servicing. A routine servicing regime will mean your car needs to visit a dealer annually or every 10,000 miles for those vital service book stamps.